Hey guys, we are back with the Screen Team. It is our anniversary show. We are doing one full hour and we are ready to get into half hour number 2 of the show, being joined by one of the original Screen Teamers. Sabrina, how are you?
I'm long been gone.
Long been gone, man. It's good to have you back, and we've picked several of your films for this second half of the show. We'll be doing Cars 3, also A Monster's Call, which, spoiler alert, made her cry.
A lot.
But first up, we've got a movie that is not going to make you cry. Hopefully it'll make you laugh. Hopefully it'll make you sing. Hopefully it'll make you dance. The movie is...
The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
And to help us review it, we've got the very lovely Kim Scott. Kim, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I told you that we were going to review this, and you're like, oh, that's my favorite movie of all time.
Love this movie. Awesome. The music gets me going. I know the words to all the songs.
Would you please sing us something?
No. But I do know them. I promise you that.
So what is, Kim, you said that you love it. What is it about this film that you love?
I just think it was fun. Very comical. It just kept me, laughing throughout the whole movie. And although, even though, with the title, what it's based off of, it's just a fun picture.
Yeah.
Would you let your kids see it?
No. I would not let my children see the opening credits for the movie. Do you not agree?
Howdy, boys!
From the very beginning, Sabrina, we learned that this particular establishment has been there for quite a long time, right?
Oh, hundreds of years, at least 100, 150, something like that. They show you a progression through the years and how it's handed from the original creator of the environment to the newest and long time working girl, which is played by Dolly Parton.
Right.
And she takes over the business, and they locally do not call it the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. They call it the Chicken Ranch.
The Chicken Ranch.
Because at one point in time, they the you know what I'm trying to say? The Depression hit, and they didn't have any money to pay for their entertainment.
So they would get...
So they brought chickens. And so they happily took the chickens, and it just turned into the Chicken Ranch.
So who is against the Chicken Ranch? Is it Burt Reynolds? He's a sheriff. He's the law in town. Is he trying to take him down?
Oh no, he's in love with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton, a combination I don't think anybody ever imagined. And then once you see them on screen together, you just say, "Oh, now that had to have turned into a friendship for life."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So who is against the Chicken Ranch? There's got to be somebody who's against it. Who is it?
A guy that is played by Dom DeLuise, who we all know, if you've ever experienced any movies from that period of time, it's Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise. Mm-hmm. And Smoking the Bandit is probably the only one that didn't have him in it, right?
Right.
So we've got these two characters who made a lot of movies and had a lot of fun together, and they're the perfect contrast. And Dom DeLuise plays this TV character, TV personality, who's been investigating the goings-on in Texas, and he gets on live TV with Burt Reynolds sitting up in the studio, who's saying, "Look, man, don't do a story on us. You don't have to do this. Just leave everybody alone.
Right.
We're not hurting anybody." And he says, "Okay, I'm gonna get on the TV and I'll just explain what I mean." He gets on the TV and he says, "Texas has a whorehouse in it."
With backup singers, Lord have mercy on
tambourines and everything, and choreography, and you can see Burt Reynolds. He's like, "Oh, yeah. I gotta get out of here." So, being the sheriff, he's an elected official, and the townspeople. These townspeople just say, "Well, our sons and husbands and grandfathers and all the men in town have all been to the Chicken Ranch, and our little one's probably going to grow up to do the same thing." And they just look at it like it's going shopping.
Yeah.
And it's a rite of passage to visit the Chicken Ranch. In fact, they have the Aggies versus, what is it? Is it Aggies? Texas?
Yes.
The two
Texas
Texas
A&M
teams.
and Texas Tech, I think.
Thank you. And they have a football game every year, and so the winning team is always brought to the Chicken Ranch, which plays an important
that's
part.
When they were busted.
Yes.
That's when he
They were
busted him was the
by
night of that.
Dom DeLuise's character. What's his name now?
It's not Buford, is it?
No. I can't even remember.
name?
Anyway,
I'll get it for you here in a second.
Yeah, you Google
It's
that.
Melvin P. Thorpe.
Melvin P. Thorpe, yes.
That's right. And his hair. Oh my gosh.
Now I got to tell you,
funny.
I love Dolly Parton in this movie.
She's awesome.
She's great.
Yeah.
And she's just as sassy as Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
She is herself in this movie, with the exception that she's, a madam.
The madam, yeah.
But you find out that she and the sheriff have had a sneaking around with you kind of thing, little goings on for several years, and they discover not by a fire pit that they've been exclusive and didn't even know it,
That's right.
and you just figure out these two are in love, and so.
So Kim, what particular scenes or songs from this particular film do you enjoy?
Oh, I love the opening credits, the opening song, and I love that one.
Which is, what's it called? He does that stuff to me all the time.
Just see, there's nothing dirty going on. Isn't that the name of it? Yep. I can sing it all, but anyway. And then I love Hard Candy Christmas.
That's a great one. I love that song.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite songs. And then she sings I'll Always Love You.
Yes,
Yeah.
she does sing her
At the
signature
end.
song at the end.
I enjoyed pretty much all the songs in this film except the one where Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds are singing together.
Sneaking around
Sneaking
with
with you.
I mean, that song was
Yeah.
fine, but Burt Reynolds, no,
He was
man.
a little corny in it, especially when he wore the vacuum cleaner around his neck and it came
Right.
out. That was just a little, that part of it, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Well, and it was the only time Burt Reynolds ever sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever. And he said the only reason I agreed to it is because it was with Dolly.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
wrote the song
Yeah.
for them to sing, and so
Yeah, I mean,
pulled
Sabrina,
off a little magic there.
Sabrina, you had mentioned it, but Dolly Parton, man, even though she's playing herself, I mean, there's just the way that she makes fun of herself and the
Yes.
situations that are going around her is just it's charming,
It is. You really are rooting for the Chicken Ranch.
Yeah. And the girls are great in it, too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they.
a lot of dancing.
A lot of
A lot of dancing. And you get a whole dance number. I looked at Chris and I said, it's like watching Oklahoma, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Sabrina, back in the day, back when you were in college,
Yes.
you produced a play, correct?
I was a participant by the crew at the university that I attended. We did this on stage.
Mm-hmm.
It was a class project, one of those things you got credit for.
But which one you
I was a
choreographed?
choreographer, and then I was one of the girls.
What?
Yeah, I actually had a scene where I was silhouetted, backlit, so that all you saw was the silhouette, black silhouettes up against a screen, and I bit the buttons off of the guy's shirt.
You did what?
Like in the opening credits.
You did what? You didn't tell me this.
That's great.
Why do you wait till we get on mic to tell me this? Didn't you choreograph the football scene?
I did. I choreographed all the dance songs in that, and it was
Cool.
a blast because I was working with people who weren't dancers, and it was just as corny then, and it was perfect. I thought it was just perfect, and it gave me a lot of confidence in being
Unlike
able
the
to
first
produce
time I
shows.
saw it, like I was telling you earlier, I was 12, and my mom took me and my next door neighbor. So it was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Kim, is obviously this movie is rated R, so it's not for the entire family, but I'm curious, if you're not a fan of musicals, do you think you're going to enjoy this? Like if you put this on with Mike, you and Mike have a date night, you guys are watching this, do you think this is something that he'd be into?
I think so. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, I don't know. It's just uplifting to me. It's just a fun story. It's not a dirty movie.
There's nothing dirty going on.
There's nothing dirty going on.
Right.
Well, now I will tell you, there's a little bit of nudity.
There is some nudity.
in the
beginning.
in the
And then when
they get-
Melvin P. Thorpe
when he
gets-
crashes the party.
Yeah,
Right.
when they bust it. But that's really about it 2 times. Other than that, there's not a lot of bad language. Now, with Burt Reynolds, there is.
Oh, he cusses like a sailor,
Yes,
but he
like
doesn't
a
say any
sailor.
F-bombs or anything like that. So
Right.
I don't know. If you got a grading system on cursing,
So Sabrina, what do you think? Do you think this is something that the average moviegoer person will enjoy, or do you have to be really into musicals to like this?
We have to like Dolly Parton. Too,
well,
right?
yeah, I don't think you have to be a huge fan of musicals to appreciate this. It's a comedy.
Okay.
But if you are a huge fan of musicals, you might actually be one of those people that just goes, it's not one of the greats. So
Okay.
it's kind of a catch-22.
But the music does stick with you.
Oh,
It
yeah,
does.
My gosh.
It does.
When,
It
yeah.
does.
It does.
The movie's called The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and it stars, of course, Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton.
It's based on a true story.
That's right, it is. It is. This chicken ranch happened in LaGrange.
Yes.
ZZ Top song.
Yeah.
Giddy up. All right. Anyway, we got more reviews coming your way next, right here on the Screen Team.